Okay, so this is going to be Unit 7, Lesson 1, the homework. So we're looking at variables, and they can be a difficult idea, especially when you're combining them with functions, like we're doing in this piece of in this homework. So all you need to know is that variables, in our case, is assigning a number to a name. So we can say, for example, age, and my age will be 32. Now, instead of having to write 32 everywhere, I can just write age. And then next year when I turn 33, instead of having to change it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many times I wrote age, I can just change it in one place, right here, and it will automatically update in all the other areas. And that's why variables is quite useful, right? It just saves us a lot of time. So here's what we can do now. If we take a look at this example, you can see that the function is to add 3 to n. Now, n in this case is a variable. Now, we've seen this before. So n, the variable, is now equal to n plus 3. So if n is equal to n plus 3, well, all we got to do is find the value of n, which of course is right here. It's 5. So we know that the answer is going to be 5 plus 3, which is 8. There we go. Yeah, it's good to know here that variables can have any name, usually not capital letters, like so. There's a reason for this, but you'll learn that a lot later. You don't need to know it right now. So part 1, let's take a look at this function and see what we can do. So here you can see we're going to return k plus 5. So we put in 3. Now k is now equal to 3. So we're going to have k plus 5, which is going to be 3 plus 5, which is going to be 8. And the same again goes here, right? A is our variable. Now, we've done this before, but you just haven't known that these are called variables. So it should be super easy. I don't expect any difficulties right here. Again, this is the same thing. A and B are both variables, and this is something you've done many times before, so it should be pretty easy to do this. And again, it should also be very, very easy because you've done this before, right? So I don't think anything will be too difficult here. We're just wrapping our head around the idea that these things here, this n, this n, this n, these are now called functions. Now remember what this does, guys. N modulo 2, if it equals 0, that means it's even, right? If it's not, that means we want to do n plus 1, which would turn an odd number. It will turn any odd number into an even number. That's all that this is doing. Let's take a look. This is a little bit more complicated, but not too difficult. This is more complicated mathematically. Again, you've seen this before. So x is our variable. We're going to times it by 10. So yeah, 3 to 30, 7 to 70. Multiply and add. So we're going to multiply a and b, the two variables, and add 10. I trust you could do this here. This shouldn't be too difficult. Again, same thing. M and n our variables. Here, w is our variable. Perfect. Now, you've never seen this before. Minus 1. And I'm introducing this to you because later I do want to start teaching you guys Python in many, many months, not right now, but I do want to teach you guys Python eventually. This will be a good time to introduce it. So what is minus 1? Well, if we look at the position of these letters, in computer language, we'll do this in a different color, D is 0, O is 1, and G is either 2 or minus 1, and this is minus 2, and this is minus 3. So it can either be D 0 or D is minus 3, O is 1 or minus 2, G is 2 or minus 1. So let's take a look at this. Return W, which is this variable here, and these variables are going to be equal to dog, Python, and game. Okay, so minus 1 we know is the last letter, so this is going to be G right there. Where's the last letter here? Where's the last letter here? It should be quite easy. If you're stuck, always count from 0. So we can write Python. Python, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or, oh sorry, even I made a mistake. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, or we could do minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. You might be wondering, oh, why did it start from minus 1 and not minus 0? Why minus 1 and not minus 0? Well, because mathematically minus 0 is the same as 0. Therefore, minus 0 is just 0, so we can't have that. Makes no sense. Mathematically, that is. Because minus nothing is, well, it's nothing, because nothing is nothing. I hope that makes sense. Okay, now, part 3. make your own function. Now, this should be pretty easy. You've done this before. Like I said, this is nothing new. We're doing this homework. We're just getting used to the idea of recognizing that this is a function. Let's do that in red. And this is a function. That's all we're doing, right? And I'm not expecting you to write perfect code. I want you to use pseudocode. Just use computer language that sounds like a computer code, right? That's all. So I'll leave part 3 with you. And part 4 should also be pretty easy. Again, we're just matching our variables and recognizing that they are variables, right? That's all we're doing. Super, super easy here, okay? So guys, oh, by the way, add and then square. Square it might be something you haven't seen before, but squaring is basically this. So if we have 5 squared, that's this little number. Anything squared is just times it by itself. So for example, I'll do one for you. So R and S. So R is equal to 2, this is 3, this is 2, this is 3. What we do is we do everything inside the brackets first. Make sure you do the brackets separately. So it'll be 2 plus 3, 5, 5. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. Now, if for example, R was 3 and S was, let's do 7. Well, then in that case, we'll have R plus S times R plus S. Remember to do the brackets first. So this is 10, this is 10, times 10, this is 100. So if we were to have R and S as our variables and they were equal to 3 and 7, then if we put it inside this function, it would equal 100, like so. Good. Now, that should be pretty easy. Like I said, we're just getting used to the idea that these numbers, or sorry, these letters and these words are now variables. That's all. So hopefully you guys will have an easy time doing this homework. It should be a little bit difficult, slightly challenging, but not too difficult. I'll see you guys very soon.